Alright, welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. Hi y'all. Turn that noise off while we're at it. Alright, Saturday afternoon. Almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. 1600 for you people that use real time. Like Fuzzy does. So, got a night shift tonight. I know that doesn't happen a whole lot, but it is tonight. So, been trying to nap a little bit this afternoon. Didn't really work that well. That's okay. We'll make it through a night shift at the back gate, right? Right. Yes, we will. So I got to thinking, one of the things, the first things people mention sometimes when you talk about traditional wet shaving is what dad used or what granddad used or uncle used or whatever. And the first thing that comes to a lot of people's mind is Old Spice. Now, I'm okay with that. That is a quintessential old guy smell. That's not the first thing that particularly comes to my mind. I'm more of a skin bracer type, or Aquavella Ice Blue would come to my mind before Old Spice, but there's nothing wrong with Old Spice. Now, I actually have an Old Spice mug that's got genuine vintage Old Spice soap in it. I do. I use it sometimes. It's over there on the shelf. That's great. Today, we're going to do some newfangled stuff, just because, every once in a while, I do. I don't know if there is really a big reason for it. It's just what I decided on the day. I was out running around dodging idiots in traffic and decided, hey, I'll use Old Spice today. And I'm going to use newfangled stuff today. So, newfangled, yep. The Schick Ale. We're going to call that a newfangled thing. Compared to the E's and the G's that we normally use, this is a newfangled razor. So I think this is a good blade. If it's not a good blade, there's going to be a little bit of an interruption while I put a blade in, which doesn't take too long. But I just noticed, after I started the video, of course, that my injectors with blades are all kind of down under the vanity. So hopefully this blade is okay. So, newfangled Stirling Spice. Now, there's other companies making Old Spice knockoffs. I haven't tried them. The Stirling Spice is the first of the new ones I've tried. I like it. I like Stirling soaps. I think as far as the newfangled stuff goes, they're, top of the line. I know everybody has their favorites. Mom and Pop's little shop off the way using goat, sheep, dog milk to make their specialty shave soap is the best in the world. That's all you do. Yeah. Okay, great. I like Stirling. They're consistently really good soaps. I've got several here. They sell really nice size samples at a good price. You can get a lot of shaves out of their samples and really see what you think about it. They do have the wool fat soap type stuff. Am I saying that right? What am I trying to remember that I'm not remembering now? Someone will correct me in the comments. But anyway. Yeah, they got some good soaps, and they've got some good bases, and so we're going to use their Old Spice today. This Old Spice, I don't know, I picked it up. It's just plastic. Don't get all excited. It's not the old stuff. I picked it up somewhere, and it still, has that Old Spice spell to it, so we're going to use it. For our brush today, we've got the 650 Ever Ready that's been reknotted into the, the cheap Chinese Badger, so that's kind of a newfangled thingy, too. So there's our newfangled shave for today. But we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. By golly. I also just noticed that my comb, I don't have much hair. I realize this. I do. It gets pointed out repeatedly, often. Thanks. But what I do have, I do kind of like to run a comb through every once in a while. And I just realized my comb's not on the counter here, and I haven't had a shower yet. So when I move these glasses down to check the blade and look at everything, hair's going to be a mess. Deal with it. That's all I got. I'm not buzzing it off because I got too many knots and scars and dents and things of that nature up there. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it at all. So anyway, quick check of the blade because this razor has been under the sink. Remember with these injector razors, always be sure, I think it's important, to check and make sure the blade's back behind the blade stop, that it hasn't gotten dropped or bumped or anything like that and the blade shifted, because it will. Let me repeat this. If the blade is over the blade stop, it will leave a scar. Okay, we good on that? All right, there we go. It'll leave a scar. So yeah, I had to go out and run some errands early. And Ended up with a nice lunch. Paid more money than I should have to go out just to eat a lunch, but it was really good. I went to a Greek Lebanon place here called Albash's and had their stuffed meat platter. First time I've ever had a stuffed squash. And they stuff it with the same ground meat and rice mixture that they use in their other stuff. They had cabbage rolls, stuffed bell pepper, stuffed cabbage leaves, and stuffed grape leaves. And then they had this stuffed squash, which it was a yellow squash, and it was probably about that long and about yay big around. And they hollowed it out, cut the end off of it, hollowed it out, and they stuffed it and they baked it. They had some kind of a nice red sauce with it, and it was absolutely wonderful. Oh, what a good lunch! And it was really nice. I had some good company for lunch, and everything was good. But it ends up being almost $20 a head by the time you get finished. I got some extra calamari. No, that doesn't sound right. Calamari, great olives, the purple olives and the brine and stuff like that. Anyway, I got some extra of those because they're so good. And it comes with a nice Greek salad with the feta cheese and, you know, the bread and everything. So it's pretty nice. I enjoyed it. So I'm out driving around, and I comment now and again about how people drive. And in this town, I mean, really, you wouldn't think Baton Rouge is not that big. I mean, yeah, it's got some size to it compared to other places I've lived. Not really that big, but per capita idiots driving here, it's got to be the highest around. It is. I'm telling you, you got roads that go from 2 lanes down to 1 lane, and the left lane's going straight, and the right lane's got to merge in, and then people in the right lane, I don't know. They see it as some kind of a race to glory or something. I don't know. They want to go and force the people that are in their lane just driving. They've got to, the right-hand lane's got to merge into the left-hand lane. No, I just about had a bumper tore off again, and I literally had to wham on brakes. Because you're going down through there at a decent speed, and they come screaming up your 6 and get around you and get beside you and get around in front of you. Well, it's either slam on the brakes or get your bumper tore off, in which case the insurance company, I hit a deer, everybody may remember, and they just about totaled my truck for hitting a deer. I was within less than $1,000 of them totaling my truck by the time they finished repairing it. If someone goes and tears the quarter panel off and the bumper off and all that front stuff loose, they're just going to total the truck. And then I'm going to have nothing because they ain't going to pay me what I owe on it probably. Don't get me started on insurance companies in Louisiana. I think we pay the second highest insurance rates of the nation. And I've asked the question before, well, why is that? It's not because we have more crashes. Nothing like that. Because every time anybody gets tapped in the rear end, they holler lawsuit and hospital and all this kind of good stuff. Whiplash denotes quick cash. And you got all these F-wording lawyers. If you got your kids watching this, that's why I did it that way. You don't have to explain it to them. Lawyers that are on the radio, these ambulance chasers, on the radio hustling people to go sue people. I think that ought to be illegal right there. I do. And if there's any lawyers watching this, you can whine all you want to. If you're one of those personal injury lawyers that puts the ad on the radio, what you're going to say is, oh, I'm just doing it to help people because people deserve to get their money when they get hurt. And I'm doing it to help people. And you're full of horse feathers. You're doing it to make a bunch of money and things like that. Keep the insurance rates high. And it's just, it's like some of the stuff that the lawyers are suing doctors for that raise the malpractice so high. And that's why you got to pay so much to go to a doctor these days. Lawyers. I agree with Shakespeare. I'm not going to repeat the quote. Somebody had me for hate speech, but read some Shakespeare about his quote on lawyers. I agree with it, vermin. Don't get me started on divorce lawyers. Nah, it's all right, shucks. I had an easy divorce. I can't complain about that. Not going to complain about divorce lawyers. I hadn't had to face any of them. But anyway, but them ambulance chasers, man. What can you do? You avoid the wrecks the best you can. And, I've had to file 2, 3. I can remember in my lifetime filing 3 insurance claims. One was on a vehicle I wasn't driving. It was my vehicle. Somebody else was driving. I still appreciate that, Ricky, by the way. I do. I appreciate that. And the other 2 are deer. I hit a deer. Only new vehicle I've ever had. True story. Only new vehicle I've ever had was a 1992 Chevy pickup truck. It was black. It was extended cab. It was a step side, and that was really a neat thing to have. Now, it's pretty common, but at one time, extended cab step side was a big deal. Beautiful truck, maroon interior. And I had it, and I think I'd had it 3 months, if I remember correctly. And a deer run out. A whole bunch of them run out across the road, and I dodged all but the last one. And then it ran off. I didn't even get to eat it. But anyway, so I had to file an insurance claim on that one. Then I had a 1994 Firebird Formula that someone else was driving, and was coming around a curve in an apartment complex and went head on with a truck coming in. And then this truck when I hit the deer. So that's the only insurance claim I have. I haven't hit anybody. And over the years, no, I take that back. I gotta add I got another one. That's right. I was stopped at a stoplight. Big old red spotlight. 2 miles of empty road behind me. Literally, I measured it. It's 2 miles of empty, straight road behind me. And I'm sitting there at a stoplight. I was eating barbecue pork skins and drinking a Diet Mountain Dew. Going to work one evening. Just starting to get dark. It was in December, so it gets darker earlier, and it was starting to get dark. And I was going to work for a night shift. And this drunk kid out of Texas come screaming out there in a Honda Civic and hit the back of my Hemi. I had a 2003 Hemi. 4x4, off-road, red. Boy, that was a nice truck. So anyway, the whole point of that story was I've never hit anybody. I've never been the cause of an accident. It's always been people hitting me and deer hitting me or somebody else driving. And still, I got to pay these idiotic insurance rates and put up with the idiots running around with their head up and locked. And, there you go. So anyway, let's get a little witch hazel on here and get this shave finished up while I've been sitting there discussing my pet peeve of idiots in traffic and traffic lawyers and idiot lawyers in traffic, I guess you could throw in there. The L does a good job. Now, a Schick is a Schick, pretty much. Some of them have a more blade feel than others, but we all know that doesn't really mean you're going to get a better shave or anything. It's all in how you use it. Razor to razor, the blade to blade. Technique, angle, pressure, yada yada. All that kind of good stuff. So the L is fine. They feel good in your hand. They got a handle you can actually hold on to. You know, it's got the little grippy thingies on the side there, so it's not bad. But I still prefer the older ones over the newfangled things. I always will. It's just a mindset more than actual, it's not like there's any better shave or any better productivity. I just like vintage stuff more. So that's going to do me for today. I'm going to jump in the shower after this here really nice shave that no one's going to see tonight because I'll be the only person at the gate. That's okay too. Working on my Cafe Bustelo, and my Key West mug came from my sister and my brother-in-law. Appreciate it, y'all. Hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all are doing well. Quick shout out to Jeremy if you're watching. Hope your day is going good. And, shout out to Miss Susie, because I think I try to do that every couple of videos, because she watches every video I made, she said one time. So shout out to Miss Susie. We appreciate you. All right, y'all have a good evening. I got to jump in the shower and get rolling for work. Wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you're doing, slap a lawyer when you see them. Now, we're talking personal injury lawyers, ambulance chasers on the radio. That's the ones I'm talking about. Don't just randomly pick a lawyer and go up and punch him. That doesn't work. We don't want that. There are good lawyers, but we're not talking about the ambulance chasers. Slap one around. Have a good day. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, happy shaves to you.